darkest feeling deepest. Noble enough to see the world. Map to find the key once lost. To save the many strength. Orphan lost, soul found. Nature's sister who's calling. Fire, death, fighting freedom. Create, fail, repeat, succeed. Family darkest feeling deepest. Noble enough to see the world. Map to find the key once lost. To save the many strength. Orphan lost, soul found. Nature's sister who's calling. Fire, death, fighting freedom. Create, fail, repeat, succeed. Family darkest feeling deepest. darkest feeling deepest. Noble left to see the world. Map to find the key once lost. To save the many strength. Orphan lost, soul found. Nature sister who's calling. Fire, death, fighting freedom. Create, fail, repeat, succeed. Family darkest feeling deepest. Noble left to see the world.
Welcome everyone to Followers of Mayhem. In the last episode, we heard a mysterious name and we had a rather abrupt change of plans. And this episode, I believe the group is planning on going on a shopping spree. But before that, we have a certain shifter to deal with.
Tanuki. I was waiting for it.
Shikon,
Yes.
let me just quickly check. Yep, okay. Shikon, you arrive in a pitch black room. And then slowly,
hi.
stars begin to form in the landscape around you. Stars then begin to coalesce and begin to form a shape. The shape of a wolf.
Oh, finally! Shikon immediately recognizes the shape and bows towards his god. Pretty much a minor god within the bigger gods.
So,
I was waiting. Sorry.
The wolf.
I was waiting long for your signs.
Okay. So, the wolf has pitch black eyes, but the entire form is made out of stars. The air around it is just black and void. And you can see the very clear, dark black eyes watching you, looking at you.
Shikon was bowing, of course, and immediately speaks up. I was waiting for a sign of you since my start of the journey.
No response.
That was clear. I know that leaving my tribe behind me was a mistake, but it was in order to become stronger, in order to take care of the issues that may be arising, but I am too late.
You hear a soft growling sound, but your ears translated for you. And you hear words instead of the sound. And those words are, to save the some, you have strengthened. Save the many, you must strengthen more.
I am aware, and I will continue the path that I have chosen.
The fox lifts its head and begins to howl, its howl echoing around you as everything begins to fade to black. You open your eyes and you see your party in front of you.
Yep. I say nothing. I want to see how long it takes for them to realize that I'm back.
Should we do a perception check?
I mean, anyone with a perception over 10 would be able to see it in the room. It's pretty not neatly lit.
Yeah, Alex looks up from where he is with Ver, and he says, "Oh, Wolf, you're back."
Yeah, I had a long conversation with my god, so sorry about that.
You kind of missed quite a bit.
I am aware. Where are we actually?
Prosh.
Upon hearing the words, did his ears perked up pretty hard. Prush? We are in Prush now?
Yeah.
Finally.
We just finished splitting up the treasure. We're all kind of planning on. Well, a lot's happened since you've been away, but main thing is Elnath gave us a call, and there's no easy way to tell you this. Where you're from? Apparently, from what we heard, where your group was lost, they ended up getting attacked.
Okay. I mean, I know that my tribe is caught by that Dan Kenku. But what does that place bring up to?
Well, here's the thing. After we were told this, Elnath said that he's getting together people to go and finally take him down.
Oh?
Yep. And, well, I was not very adamant on it, but circumstances changed. So, the current plan, at least, is for everyone to get their shopping done here in Prosh, buy potions, do what you will with your weapons or armor, and then we'll head on out.
You hear Seer speak up. Yo, your blue friend has got to go. And you all watch, and Dennis is gone. I accidentally put him on the map player. Let me fix that.
What? Oh.
He became a face of the furniture. No.
Shikan was looking towards odd talking person
Real quick,
first.
Vienna, you wanted to do something?
It's too late.
I cast silence on Steve the moment he opens his mouth.
Okay, so all you actually hear is yo.
Shikan looks towards the person first, then towards Vienna. Did you just silence him?
Yes, I did.
He's, no offense intended to him, but we can't understand him when he talks.
Seer is not amused.
Okay. Oh, hey. Our mage is gone.
Seems Tanuki has been making a habit of pulling a lot of us out lately.
I'm sorry, but is suddenly disappearing to have an audience with gods a common occurrence in this land?
It's
Yeah,
been pretty
kinda.
common with us.
Most with us.
He
I guess
seems
they-
to really like us the most.
The bartender speaks up and says, yeah, Tanuki's kind of like that.
Oh.
I guess you guys don't have the rings where you're from.
No. We don't have those kinds of things. Our gods, the gods that we worship, kind of keep to themselves.
How very fortunate for you.
Actually, Shikon looks first towards Rura, then towards
The hummingbird.
the hummingbird, then back towards Rura, then back towards the hummingbird. You are a similar species than her.
Yes. My name is Judah Flowerfin. Pleasure to meet you, sir.
He nods and replies to his name with I'm Wolfbale. Pardon me if I thought that you're a shifter, but it's pretty rare to see your race here.
Indeed it
Besides
is.
that is.
Indeed it is.
Yeah, Rura like kind of just smiles a little bit, and she goes, "I had no idea there were others either, so this was a surprise to me too."
Spren speaks up and goes, are we going shopping? Could I maybe get a piece of bread?
You can have all the bread you want, and
That's what I was gonna say.
Bro, you have been feeding her, right?
I am very offended by that comment, sir. Thank you very much.
Ouch.
I do not.
Hard.
I don't say that. It just me out of character. In character, Brewer just kind of gives Alara a bit of a hurt look. She goes, "Of course, I've been feeding her."
I'll take that as a yes.
Well,
Yes.
Oh,
can we perhaps go and get the bread now? I want to get some food for the road.
Oh, you're
Yeah.
hungry.
Yep, Seren has a point. We should.
Not right now. I just for the road.
Oh,
Okay.
you want to get rashes, don't you, Shren?
Yes, that's what she's asking.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's what she's asking for. And Rura already
Yeah.
knows, so she's just like, "Oh, my little sister."
Shikon looks a little bit surprised to hear that. I really missed a lot.
Yes, you did.
Quite a
I
bit.
have it written down on my journal if you want to have a quick recap.
And two giant guys there.
Those two were working for me under my grandmother's orders.
Grandmother?
Yeah, there's an interesting.
you missed an interesting meeting.
Okay, well, let me just give you the Cliff Notes version, all right, Wolf. Basically, Kagura's dad's a drow, right? And as it turns out, that drow is Virna's brother, and thus making him related to the syndicate.
Just hearing that, first of all, silence from Wolf, followed by I need a beer.
All
There's
I
more.
raise is a fist in the air. Come, Mince, we must get you clothes.
What is a
Rura
close?
looks to
Can I eat
Rura
it?
looks to Wolf and she goes. Rura looks to Wolf and she goes, "Please don't drink before we leave." And Sven, let's go see what we can find in this city without getting lost.
Yes.
I guess I'm going to walk with both of you.
Don't mind if I join you.
Rura immediately perks up and goes, "Of course! I mean, if you want to."
Oh,
She's
thank
very
you very
eager to
much.
ask him some more questions.
I'm sure you do. You have many questions. I'm sure you have many questions.
A little.
I have
Yeah.
so many questions.
Give me just a second. I'm reloading things because it's being a butt.
Okay.
Derp.
Alrighty.
For a moment, I thought I heard someone mimic Kermit the
Derp,
Frog.
It is being a butt. So give me a second while I gather up 20 different documents again.
Yeah.
All right.
Oh Jesus.
Yeah.
But yeah. Well, while you're doing that, Alex comes over to Vierna and taps her on the shoulder.
What?
I wanted to ask you a few things about Prosh before we started getting our shopping spree underway. Is that all right?
It's been a couple decades since I was last here, so can't promise I'll have all the answers.
All right. Well, I guess I'll just ask general questions then. It probably shouldn't have changed that much. Do you know where we could probably find a place where if we like want to get magic items or just beef up our equipment?
Do I know such a place?
You do, actually. Give me a second. As I've said, I'm trying to get 50 different documents back up because Roll20 is being a butt. It's actually the store that I'm sorry guys, you're gonna have to put up with no music. I'm still figuring out this butt business.
Derp.
Just as long as we aren't muted.
You aren't
Yeah.
muted. Roll20 is just being a butt.
Derp.
Like, I don't know if you guys can hear the music, but I can't. It's just, yeah.
I mean, I can hear it.
Okay, so that's good, but that's not good for the stream. Oh well.
Sure.
I'll try refreshing, but it's actually the store that all the different families shop at. It's the one neutral aligned place in the entire city. And the guy is a very shrewd business and entrepreneur, and that he's managed to not die despite his neutrality. And his name is Mercy, and his store is called Mercy's Great Emporium, which I will bring up to the main map once everything starts loading again. I'm sorry, but yeah.
All right. Well, I say we'll probably be hunting a Mercy's Emporium. It's pretty much the one. It's pretty much the one establishment in this entire city not under mob rule.
Which means he can probably be trusted to give a fair price.
Yeah. And since pretty much everyone here uses black magic of some kind, and you can probably get the job done pretty quickly too.
All right then, no problem then. Second of all, this is kind of more of a personal thing for me, but do you know if there's a shrine to, say, Savessa around here?
I know this. It doesn't sound like something Vierna would know.
It's you can roll a religion check if you want.
Okay, Vierna does not have proficiency in that, so this should be interesting. Nope.
Okay, so I'm going to try this, and you guys are just gonna have to put up with seeing that bit for a moment. I'm trying to fix things, but okay. So Fiona doesn't know, but the two Duergar speak up and they say, "There's a small shrine to Sylvester. It's well, it's probably not as reputable as you would think. Mostly the families pray to it for successful heists and such."
Well, I guess it is what it is, but thanks for letting me know.
No problem.
All right, and one last thing, I swear, I promise, then I'll leave you alone. And Alex leans in as if, and he whispers to her, and he says, "I heard from someone that they actually have sort of a bakery around here as well that does stuff like marble cake. Do you know what that is?"
One of your sisters has a sweet tooth, so they basically go on and on about this place.
I only have one sister, but go on.
The prissy one. The princess.
Yeah, I know, but like, again, only one sister. I know who you're talking about. Go on.
Yeah, she basically was always praising this place, how they always got her orders perfectly correct, and yeah, it's run by a small family called the Pan Makers. They're a more family that specializes in unarmed weapon and improvised weapons.
Well, I know there was this old bakery that my sister really liked, which all by itself makes me not want to recommend it to you. But if you want to go, I can point out to you more or less where it is.
I would appreciate that. Thanks, Fiona.
And I tell him where it is. Because out of game, I actually have no idea where it is.
I'm sorry, I'm trying to get the map up, but it's not loading on me. It's not loading, I'm trying. I'm sorry.
But yeah, Alex, he pats her on the shoulder and says, "Thanks again, I appreciate it."
Anyone else?
Okay, let's try closing a few things. Let's see if that works. Alright, I'm sorry, I'm trying to get you over to the map, but Roll20 is just not loading on me. And,
Technical difficulties.
So, can we just do Alex's thing real quick, because that doesn't have any art for it, and it's just something I can do while I try and get this to load?
Sure.
Okay, so Alex...
Also, one other warning I'm going to give you. I would advise that you not go near the docks.
Wasn't planning to.
The people in charge of the docks are very strict about protection fees.
All right. Well, I'll be sure to avoid it.
Okay, so you all... Alex heads towards the bakery. It's a small little bakery. There's cake stands, there's different cakes, there's a person behind it, there's a guy leaning against the wall, hitting a pan into his hand and giving Alex the stink eye as if to say, yeah, you're gonna do something about it, punk? When I said small time, I meant small time.
Yeah, Alex just looks over to the guy and then just, doesn't admonish or even really. The only thing he gets close to acknowledgement is just him looking over, and then just he goes up to the counter, like, hello there. I like to make an order.
Yes. You're not part of the any other one of the families, no?
No, I just rolled into town, actually.
Okay, that's gonna be an extra 200 gold.
Extra 20 gold?
Yes, 20 gold. 20 gold.
So I'm guessing
what can I get you? That's your out of towners fee. It's something you have to pay. if you're in one of the mob families, the fee either rises or it lowers depending on whether we like you or not.
Damn.
Sounds like an excuse to charge more, if you ask me.
It is.
Well, at least you're honest about it.
So-
All right, so here's what I'm thinking of. I need you to make a marble cake, right? But I need it in a specific shape, and
Yeah.
I would like something written on it as well, if that's at all possible.
Okay. So a regular marble cake that'll take us about an hour to cook.
All right, perfect.
What can we
what's
get
that?
you?
Get me?
Yeah. What do you want written on the cake?
Yeah, okay. Alex gives it some serious thought for a moment, and after a minute, he says, "All right, this is what I want written on it, okay? And I'm going to keep that a secret. The DM already knows what to write on it.
All right. So yeah, that'll cost you about with the extra surge charge fee. And we will be using important ingredients. That's a little extra. It'll cost you about 50 gold.
And he just pauses there to stare at him for a minute, and he says, "Did I mishear you?"
Nope, 30 gold.
Isn't
Really?
Prosh fun?
All right. Well, I got money to spare, I guess, but here you go. So, and
Thank
he
you,
hands over.
sir. Have a wonderful day.
And he just forces a smile and says, "You too."
The woman gives a soft laugh as she puts it away, and as you exit, you see the cost of a marble cake is actually 3 gold.
Shit.
To which, yeah, I'm gonna be here all. Alex just thinks he's gonna be here all day if he keeps complaining about it. But at this point, considering what he's planning to do with it, he would probably think money is no object.
So, I'm still trying to get, Roll20 has been stuck loading for 5 minutes now. I don't know if anyone else is having this problem, but
No,
I
really.
can't change the screen.
Not at all.
So, here's what
try
I'm...
to close your browser and reopen it.
Yeah,
you might have to do that.
I'll try that, but let me
And
just...
it's best you don't open up too many things on one way.
Oh, please, I know.
They can slow things down.
So, in other news, how's everyone doing?
Could be better.
Pretty good.
I'm a
Okay.
little sleepy, but I'm good.
Okay, so, let's just make that invisible, Okay, and we have that up. It looks like everything is loading now. I think.
Yay.
Maybe. Give me a
Fingers
second.
crossed.
That is the wrong screen. I am so sorry for the technical difficulties, but when you're a team of one, Okay. So, everything is loaded. I can now bring you to Prosh. You're no longer trapped.
Trapped in the inn. We can't escape.
And that's still in GM mode, so let me switch that out. But yay!
Oh my lord.
You're in Prosh! Yay! You're no longer stuck at the inn.
We're free.
Everything was black for a moment there, and I was like, what?
Okay.
We're free, but now we're in a huge city.
So, the Mercy's Grand Emporium is up north to your left, and there's also a bookstore called the Book Store. It's a pun.
It's haunted. I was gonna say it's haunted, isn't it?
No, it's just a pun.
Yes, And no. See, one of the mob families is run entirely by undead.
You want to
Oh,
run that one by
jeez.
me again?
I was just gonna say, what?
You heard
Like,
me.
So, is it composed of like vampires or zombies?
Well, I know the leader is a lich. I don't really know much more than that.
Wow.
This town is a mess.
This is
Okay.
how it's been for centuries.
So,
Centuries.
Vienna? Where do you recommend for a blacksmith?
I don't trust any place. Hey, does Mercy's Great Emporium have a blacksmith in it?
yep.
Mercy's Great Emporium, do not trust anywhere else in this town.
You think they can work with Mithril?
Well, I know they can work with adamantium. Don't know about Mithril. Let's go find out.
So, do you all head to Mercy's Great Emporium?
Pretty much, because it's
All
the
of us,
only
yeah.
place that is neutral.
Okay, so people were moving while I was moving, so let's move the move
There's
and
2
you're
mittens
moving.
on the screen.
Yes, there's
What?
2. Because twice the mittens means it's twice the power. You know, he does still have 7 eyes. Okay,
Imposter! Kill
so
it.
That-
you all enter this room. The doorway is shimmering, like you can't see into it at first, but the moment you step in, you see this massive warehouse with multiple shelves of different magic items, all categorized by their rarity. Like the farther left you go, the more common they become, and the farther right, the more rare they are. And you see a sign above that says, "This place is protected by magical enchantments. Attempt to steal and you will be killed." And at the desk, you hear a delightful voice speak up, and you see Mercy! Oh, hello! Welcome to my great emporium. Mercy's Great Emporium for all your adventuring needs. For when the monsters you face are fresh out of Mercy, Mercy's Great Emporium is here for you.
Okay, out of character, what is Mercy?
He is a Hengen yokai.
I can see that, but what kind? Because I can't
Looks
tell.
like
Fox.
a fox. Fennec fox.
Yeah.
But
So
yeah,
it's
well,
So it's
Shit.
Pinnacle.
Why did you have
Guys,
to go to there?
let's keep in character. Guys. Kagura.
Why? Andy!
Why?
Give him a moment.
Okay.
all right. Well, now that
Okay.
we've got that out of our systems, Alex pretty much, he puts on his business face and he walks forward. Where he says, "Hello, my good man. I am to assume you're Mercy, right?"
Yes, I'm Mercy, and can I just say it's a lovely pleasure to meet you. And as he steps out from behind his little counter, slipping the small thing up to walk out and greet you all, you realize he's not wearing any pants.
That's awkward.
You know what?
Awkward. Immediately, she blocks Ruras and Sven's eyes.
Hey!
And Kagura face palms. Thinking, oh great, another one.
And Alex, you see his eye twitch a little bit at this, but keeping the facade up, he says, "Well, you're certainly not lacking for any shame, are you?"
What's shame to be had? I'm wearing fur, aren't I? It's not like I'm naked.
That's true enough. And he holds out his hand with a smile. He says, "My name's Alexander. Mercy, it's a pleasure."
His hand swings out and claps yours and gives it a strong shake, and he says, "Welcome, welcome, welcome to Mercy's Great Emporium. We have a lot of deals, we have a lot of magic, we have a lot of... oh man, we have a lot of everything. We also have a special going on right now. Buy 3 uncommon for 850. Oh, and we have a loyalty program. And we do deliveries."
how do you do deliveries?
Oh, we have this man we pay to, basically, if you sign up to our membership program, we give you a sending stone and we can use that to locate you, and we send out a man to, well, deliver the item to you.
Pretty handy. No, I can't help but feel like you could use that to easily scry on people.
Oh, well, yes, but if people were scrying on you, then, well, I'm sure your friend would know that, hold on, let me retcon that. Well, yes, we could, but what reason would I have to scry on you other than to see if you're enjoying my lovely items?
Other than to what?
Other than to see if you're enjoying my lovely items.
That's fair, I suppose, but... whatever. Still, though, it's kind of impressive that you can do that.
Well, it just pays to be neutral in a business-oriented town like this.
I could imagine. So, anyway, Messi, can we happen to see your inventory, if that's alright?
Oh, of course. Have a look around, and if you need any item made, we can make it for you. We have a 1-day guarantee. We can make it within 24 hours most times. But of course, there is a 50 gold fee to expedite that process and make it. It's just a small fee, so to pay for, making it on such short notice. That fee is waived if you decide to wait the full week, but that's the 1-day delivery cost.
Fair enough.
Azure whispers to Virna, are you sure this is the guy you trust to make armor?
Oh yes, we make armor.
How'd you hear that? I was whispering.
Oh, I can hear anything in this store as part of the magical enchantments to protect me from looters and thieves. But in terms of armor, the adamant and mithril is 500 gold, but it's 150 gold if you provide materials. And we also do unique weapons as well.
Oh, that's good. I plop out. I just pluck out the bag of adamant mithril. One of adamantine plate and one of mithril plate, please.
Of course. Now, the cost will be, of course, I'm sure, that's just the base cost to add it to the armor. You still have to pay for the level of armor, as I'm sure you understand. So for plate, it's, you said plate, yes?
Yeah.
So plate will be 1,500 gold plus 150 since you are providing materials.
Wait, what?
1,650. Out of character, I actually cannot afford that.
Yeah, me
I don't
neither.
think any of us can.
You could get splint. That's 200 gold.
Yeah.
Out of character, how much is platinum in gold?
Platinum is 10 gold.
Damn.
Yeah, you
Need
don't
a
have
loan?
enough.
1,650. Ooh. A loan
Actually,
would be great, but I'm not going to ask it of you.
Alex, he just holds up his hand and he says, "No, look, don't worry, guys, okay?" And he leans in and he says, "Messi, can I be honest with you for a moment?"
Oh, of course. Honesty is the best policy. What can I help you with?
Well, you see, have you heard of the Followers?
Oh yes, I've heard a lot about you. You go around saving the world, oh yeah, and, things. It'd be great for business if you, decided to join our loyalty program.
Oh, well, that's certainly a good... I do think that's certainly a good idea, but,
I think saying we saved the world is exaggerating it a bit.
But,
yeah.
Here's the thing, and he, gestures for Messi to come in closer.
He gives you a look and he says, All right. I'll buy into this. Let's see what you have. And he leans forward, and he
And-
leans forward as you ask.
And he whispers, "We're actually planning an assault against Cleaver."
Oh, really now? You know what? How about this? If you wish, because, well, I know what you all look like. Your appearances aren't exactly a well-kept secret, no offense. So, here's what I'll do. You give me what you can for the armor. And, once you beat Cleaver, I'm sure he'll have some treasure on him, and you can come and pay off what remains. How does that sound?
That sounds wonderful. I
Now-
hand him.
Now, of course, since this will be on a provisional basis, it will take time. It's going to take about a week to make, and then if you decide for the delivery, that's going to be an additional cost. So we will write you up an invoice, that's of course.
All right. Well, actually, I was thinking of another deal. The deal you're offering, don't get me wrong, it is probably one of the best deals we've had in quite some time. But
Especially
Messi,
around here.
I was thinking perhaps you could offer us a one-time discount, and in return, once we have beaten Cleaver, we'll begin to spread word about you and your services, saying that if it wasn't for Mercy's service, his items, his armor, his weaponry, we wouldn't have been able to defeat Cleaver. I
Well-
imagine your business would boom.
A favor for a favor.
All right. I will think about that. Tell me, how much do you two have to put towards this armor? Give me a monetary number.
About 1,000. Let's see. Out of character. Out of character. What's the exchange rate on ebony pieces again? Like,
I
how much is that
believe
gold?
ebony is 1 is 2 gold. I believe it's 2 is 1 gold.
Okay, so
Should I go by gold pieces or?
Just tell me the gold amount that you can afford.
I have 1,600. No, 1,064 gold pieces.
Okay.
including the platinum, I can do 1,000. Including platinum, I can do 1,038.
I see. That is quite a discount.
Yeah.
I mean, that 500 gold is 500 gold. You understand this, right?
Yeah, like I'd be happy to go. I'd be happy to go with your original idea if you prefer that.
Well, I mean, it's just all about business. We're both businessmen here. I'm just trying to make sure we get the best of both worlds here.
I'll tell you what. Sign up for our loyalty program. Give me 1,000 gold from each of you, and he looks to Grisura and Vienna, and I'll get to work on making this armor for you. If you prove true that you are advertising for me, I will give you your delivery fee for free.
Well, what do you think, everyone?
Sure.
And if you sign up today, you will also get a 10% discount on all future purchases. So,
Well,
if you decide to come back, then, well, you'll be able to get it even cheaper then, won't you?
He is certainly a shrewd businessman.
I don't. I doubt we do business with anyone else around here. I hand him the medal and the money.
All right.
And I also hand him the mithril and the 1,000 gold, was it?
Yep. He
Alright.
takes it and he begins writing out a long, very neatly documented agreement, but that basically says that he's going to make you the armor and he's going to deliver it to you and you're to give him the how much was it again? Let's see, 5,000. The 600 gold that you both owe each upon delivery.
Done and done.
All right, and does anyone want to sign up for the membership program?
I'm wondering about the staff of bird calls in the Python.
Oh yes, the staff. Basically, let me get it up. Staff of the Python you asked about?
I am asking for both bird calls and Python.
Okay. Well, the staff of the Python allows a giant snake, and the staff of the bird call, I believe. Let me just get it up real quick. Okay. Let's try that then. Okay. You gotta love it when things don't Okay. It has 10 charges. When holding it, you can use an action to expand one charge, and it'll create what the following sounds. So yeah, it basically does bird calls.
And a Python like summons a snake? Snake?
It does.
Is it a friendly snake?
Yeah, the snake is friendly to you.
Becca.
I'm going to.
Yep.
I think I know what I want already.
All right.
I'm gonna go for the 3 or 850 deal,
Yeah.
and that's gonna be the staff of Python, the 1 plus ammunition. Is that the? I'm not sure how you say that.
It's plus 1 ammunition. Basically, you pay the regular cost for the ammunition. Mike, please. Okay. So you pay the regular costs. Like, for example, if you were buying arrows, it's 1 gold for 20, I believe. And then you add that extra amount to it.
Oh, I have a question then. Are you able to plus 1? I just OC, of course. I don't know the wording for it. Are you able to plus 1 the current gear I have right now?
Non-magical gear, they can plus 1 that.
Well, is the wooden gear, my wooden breastplate, would that be considered magical or non-magical?
Let me quickly check. I'm pretty sure it is magical.
I would think so too.
Let's see, Oh no, it wasn't magical. It was just it was just wooden armor that you could wear as a druid.
Okay. So are they able to enchant that?
Oh, yes, but you'd have to leave it here for that. And you just said you're going to fight Cleaver now, so perhaps we should take care of that on another day.
Okay, that's fair.
Actually, I'm curious about something else. I went through your catalog here, and it says Frostbane weapon.
Oh yes, those are weapons that they do additional cold damage.
Would the materials in question be referring to this? I hold up the chill ingot.
Yes, that exactly.
All yours, Alex, and I hand him a chill ingot. Then I'm gonna head out. And then I'm gonna head out and head off to the docks because I haven't talked to Sashlos in a while.
All right. Well, and he puts the ingot on the counter. He says, "That's you never really realize how cold that stuff is until you actually touch it."
Oh yeah, it's minus 1,000 degrees.
Well, thank God I'm tempered for that.
So, of course, that's only when it's tempered. Untempered like this, it's only around minus 100. But the tempering process is what really brings out the chill from the blade. So,
It's just fat. Magic is just fascinating, isn't it?
Oh, I know. It's quite a business to be in, especially when you've got allies. Especially when you've got 3 different chains. I've got a place in here, and I've got a place in Shady Sands, and I've got a small store in Frozen.
Oh, really?
Yeah, what we do is we use a teleportation circle to go between all 3, and well, this is actually an interdimensional area. It's you're not actually in Crush in this store.
Oh, so we're like in a plane in between?
Yes. All three doors and outlets lead to this exact same room.
Huh. Really
Well,
impressive. Anyway, on the top. Sure, go ahead.
Well, magic users, they love their pocket dimensions.
Hey, it's handy.
So
But yeah,
does
on the,
anyone go on?
Oh yeah, on the topic of the frostbane weapon, so it's about 150 gold if materials are provided, right? Right. Which
Yes.
and he points to the ingot. Well, here it is. So, but I was wondering if I asked for for example, a great sword, would that cost about 200 gold?
A great sword. Yes. Let me. And he pulls out a book and he leafs through it and he thinks for a moment. Great sword. Okay, so base cost for that would be around I'd normally charge $250 for it, but if you sign up for a loyalty program, I'll do it for $200.
Huh, all right, not too bad. Where do I sign?
Alright, and he pulls out a small little card and a sending stone is attached to the top of it, and it has a point where you just write down your name, and he says, oh, simple, you just give me 50 gold, and I give you this little card, and I write you down in our book of members.
To which Alex takes a moment to think on this. Is like, wait, so you're charging me 200 if I sign up as a member for this great sword, but you're charging me 50 to become a member.
Yes, but if you're a member, you get 10% discount on all future purchases.
I guess, but still, like, you know what? I'm not gonna. We got more important things to worry about. This is an easy enough thing to do.
All right. So you pay the 50 gold to become a member?
Yep.
All right. And he takes the ingot, he writes you out your order, and he pauses and then says, would you like delivery as well?
Okay. Can you get, as far as I know, we're gonna be here for maybe another day. Can you get it ready in that amount of time?
Oh yes, I can, but that'll be an extra 50 gold for the expediency fee.
All right, so ultimately this is gonna cost me 300 gold.
Gazera's listening to this and she's really worried. Because she wants that armor, like, right immediately before they go and face Cleaver, and she is not looking forward to a 600 gold depth.
Alright, so that's 300 gold. You're now a member, Alex. And you will be given that, and that sword will be ready in the morning.
Alright, so that's, is it just 300 gold in total? Is it 350?
300. You're paying 200 for the sword, you're paying 50 gold for your membership, and $50 and 50 gold for the expediency fee.
Alrighty then. Just writing that down to remind myself. And once the transaction is done, he says, you know something, Mercy?
Oh yes?
I can really respect you as a businessman.
Really? Thank you so much. I can respect you as well. Adventuring is a hard business.
I'm sorry if it seemed like I was trying trying to hustle you a bit. I just, you
Oh,
understand.
no. Don't worry. Everyone tries to do that to me in this town.
But still, no hard feelings, right?
Oh, of course. No hard feelings for paying customers.
And you know what? Hey, here's hoping we become good friends.
Oh, that would be amazing. I would love to just put my brand all over you.
I beg your pardon?
Awkward. A large sleep whispers.
You know, Mercy's Great Emporium, my brand. I have a little symbol, and you said about advertising, so yeah.
Well, I mean, I was thinking more of word of mouth, really.
Everyone wants a piece of Alex.
Yeah, Alex was like, I thought you meant to. Never mind. Doesn't matter.
Oh, we'll both work. I just need to get my name out there. You know, the more my name gets out, the more I can afford to open more of these doors, and the more my business will grow. I might even be able to afford to expand this place a little soon.
Alrighty then. Well, and he holds out his hand to him. Shake Mercy's.
He shakes it and he looks to Ala. Now, my lady, you wanted some magic items, yes?
Do you sell any armor as well? Like any leather armor for my friend over here? She just points to mittens.
Oh yes, we sell leather armor, we sell metal armor, we sell armor. That's armor for your armor. It's a play on words. It
How much
doesn't
is the
offer
armor for the
any.
armor?
It's 5 gold. It doesn't offer any benefit. It just looks cool.
Oh, I actually seriously considering that.
Custom
how much
fitted.
that? Ooh. Do you have any armor for studded leather armor that you might have for sale?
Oh yes, we have armor for studded leather armor.
Oh yes, please.
I
She starts
will.
helping you with that.
I will write you down for studded leather armor with armor on the side, and that armor will cost you 5 gold, bringing your total cost for the studded leather armor with armor up to 50 gold.
Deal.
Would you like to sign up for our loyalty program?
No deal on that yet.
All
Maybe
right.
next time.
Do you want this expedited? It will take about a week to get it all custom fitted, and I will need to take your friend's measurements for the armor.
Yes. Can you expedite it for us?
Oh yes, that will be an extra 50 gold, bringing your total up to 100 gold.
Alrighty, sounds good to me.
All right, I shall see you tomorrow then.
Alrighty. She's like hands mittens over for measurements.
All right, he writes it down and he hands you your receipt. Anyone else have anything they would like to purchase?
Well, I like a Pripyat of Wound Cruiser, and Eyes of the Eagle, and what's the third one? Potion of water breathing.
Okay, well, you're in luck because we have a sale on right now. Normally they're 300 gold each, but you can get all 3 for 850. And they're right on the shelf there, so let me pack them up for you. And he pulls out this very nicely decorated box with a little bit of a cushion inlay, which he places the items in and puts the box on, wraps it up, gives it a nice bow, and then he says, "So, that'll be 850. Would you like to sign up for our loyalty program?"
Nah, but can you also pack in 10 potions of healing and 5 potions of greater healing, please?
Oh, of course. That'll cost you 50 gold each, so that's 500 gold. And the greater healing will cost you 800, and that's another 100 gold, 500 gold right there. So
wait a second.
They're 50 gold each.
Oh, sorry. Just give me 1 potion of greater healing and 1 potion of healing, then.
All right, that'll cost you an extra 150 gold. That brings your total up to Up to 1,000.
1,000. I gladly pay for that.
Alright,
By the
thank
way-
you so much. Do come again, and it's pity we couldn't interest you in our loyalty program, but I hope you enjoy your lovely new items.
You cut it out.
He was just thanking you.
Ah, not a problem.
Anything else anyone wants to purchase?
River kind of like peeks around from behind Wolf and like holds her hand up like, I would please.
What can I get you, lovely birdie?
She kind of gives him a look like lovely, and
Oh
then
yes, you're
just
quite beautiful.
huh? Now I'm quoting Becca. If birds could blush.
Indeed.
Crap, where's the documentary? Because I need to write in what I just bought.
Ouch.
It's your own money.
No, I mean the items. The
You got
list of
potion of water breathing,
Ow, 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 ow.
eyes of the eagle, and the periapt of wound closure.
Thank you.
Oh yes, you're quite fetching. Though
Please stop.
I guess your feathers are used for fetching. Haha, that's a joke. That's my cat Smitty. So what can I get
River
you?
River just tries to compose herself, and she goes, do you have rations?
Oh yes, we have rations. They'll cost you about six copper, 6 silver. It depends on how ritzy you want to eat up.
I'll take 5, please.
Actually, it's 5. Okay, so that'll be 25 silver or 2 gold, 5 silver. Do you want to sign up for our loyalty program?
25.
Sorry, no, thank you. She
Oh, that's a
definitely is not going to
shame.
sign up after that comment.
All right, we'll come back soon. Okay.
Wait. She wants a couple more things too.
All right.
Do the 5 potion of. We'll do greater healing. The 5 potion for greater healing deal.
There's 4. And it's not a deal, it's just he has 5 of them, and they're 100 gold each.
Ah,
He has 4 now.
yes.
Yeah, I
right.
bought one.
How many of the regular potions of healing? I'm sorry, I forgot.
9.
Okay, I have it ready. But you have the greater one, so I guess I'll just get the regular potion of healing just in case.
I just
will-
have one.
You at least have one, but we still have our healer with us too. It's mostly
Hi.
just a precaution. Yep, see? I'll take just 2 regular potions of healing.
All right.
Just in
That'll cost you about 100 gold.
Okay. Anything else? What was I looking at? Oh.
He said fetching.
Oh, it's really windy
I
outside.
kind of want the spell of dark vision because that would help me, especially when I could shoot something in the dark.
Actually, I was thinking about it that you get the night goggles, the one that we got from the treasure of the dragon, where I
night
wasn't
goggles?
around.
Yeah, you
Yeah,
got
we got
goggles
night
of night vision.
Oh, okay, never mind then. All right, that's all I want.
All right. So, is there any other purchases you want to make?
No, I'm good. Thank you. Bye.
All right. So, your items that you ordered will be delivered to you in around about a week. We will keep in contact via the pool that your friend decided to get a membership for, which is a good thing, because otherwise, well, we wouldn't have been able to find you, and you'd have to have come back to get your items. So, you all have a lovely day, and thank you for coming to Mercy's Great Emporium. For when monsters you face are fresh out of Mercy, Mercy's Great Emporium is here for you. And the door closes.
Ah,
Actually, before Alex actually waits for everyone to walk out first, and he says, "Actually, Mercy, can I get just one more thing from you?"
Oh, of course. What can I get you?
It's just something very simple. I'm looking for a spell component pouch. Do you have one in store?
Oh, yes. I can't remember the price of that, but it's the same price, so.
It's 5 gold.
Okay, that'll run you about 5 gold, and you know what? You've made me a very rich fox this day. I'll give it to you for 4 gold.
Aw, you're very generous. Thanks, Mercy.
You have a lovely day now, and do come back.
And Alex makes, well, as the transaction is made, Alex makes a play of reaching over the counter and giving him a strong one-armed hug.
He returns it with great vigor.
All right, thanks again. See you later.
Take care. Yeah.
Actually, one question: can he exchange platinum coins with gold coins?
He can.
Yeah, why not change 20 platinum to 200 gold?
All right,
If I
you do
may.
so.
Thank you.
Hearing this, I hand over my 20 platinum for my armor.
Okay, he gives you 20 gold back, and he says, "We'll wait until you have the full amount that you owe before we take this. But do come back. It's nice to get some fresh faces and new money flowing in." Bye.
Goodbye.
And the door closes.
Oh, finally exchanged 20 platinum pieces for 200 gold.
So,
What would you guys like to do now?
Shikon immediately looks towards Rura and hands her over the eyes of the eagle.
ooh,
Just something, Shikon.
Hmm?
You probably weren't aware of this, so I understand this, but you can only wear one thing on your head at one time. You can only wear one pair of goggles So, during the night,
you're
Rua,
right.
just remember that you can only wear one pair of you can either wear the eyes or the night vision. You can't wear both.
Oh, then forget it. Sorry. But yeah, I have the prepared of wound clothing, and that's going to be pretty good.
Did you still buy the item?
I did buy these 3 items that I ordered.
But yeah, just be aware of that there are as much as people would want to, you can only wear one cloak, for example.
Right.
Yeah, it's pretty much a amulet and a headpiece, I guess. Good.
All right. So, is there anything
Hey,
else you want to do before you head on?
Well, Vierna's probably at the docks right now.
Ah, yes. So you're at the docks. Oddly enough, you feel an absence of a familiar presence. You don't feel the familiar connection to your god that you usually do.
You don't like. Yeah, I can tell you don't like it here either.
No response.
I'll talk, and I will. I'll try talking to you again as soon as we get out of the city, and I start heading back towards the group.
All right. Anything else?
Guizura just posted something and a message of Vote 20. She wants to go and find work.
Okay, so you're only going to be in town for a day while you wait for your items. So just give me a performance check and we'll see how much you get.
Performance check? Alright. Here we are.
Alright, yeah, you get about 5 gold.
5 gold.
Yeah,
Dang.
there isn't a Colosseum in Prosh.
You
But
want
isn't there any like mercenary work?
There is,
you want to impress people in Prosh. Actually, you do cool magic stuff.
but
I can
yeah.
do cool magic stuff.
Any major jobs would take more than a day's time, but you managed to find a job to just beat up some people who called one guy a bitch. So yeah.
Eh.
Can I go looking for any jewelry store or some trinkets?
Sure, you're able to find one. The prices are quite up there, but you managed to find one.
I think we discussed this before. It was, would I find that trinket there?
Yes.
Would I find multiple of them?
Which trinket was this again?
This was the dragon one.
Okay, I told you the price, right?
Yeah.
Okay, then yeah, you can just subtract that.
Alright. That's all I do.
Alright. So, anything else?
I'm good.
I
Yes,
think I'm good too.
So am I.
I'm okay. And Grizzle needs going AFK.
Okay.
Oh yeah. What about her companion? Is he still in silence?
Please.
Strangely enough, he hasn't said a word.
Good.
So,
I still hate it.
I'm going to assume everyone is ready to continue. As for Dennis, he can deal with stuff later. So let me just get everything ready. Just making sure. And okay. So you begin to head on your way. It's about 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So it's about 9 days travel, but thanks to Rura, Rura just gave me a and Shikon. Rura just gave me a general survival check. Just a quick check. Yeah. So
Oh boy.
you don't lose any time, but you lose about a ration during one day where the hunt doesn't go too well, but otherwise you easily get food.
Does the armor get to us?
Oops, sorry.
for this,
But yeah,
It does not yet. It's only been about 4 or 5. Ugh. It does not yet because they've still got to travel the distance to get it to you.
Oh.
Plus, you need time to actually get the money. You know.
Okay.
So actually, the closer they get to the last position, Shika knows where his tribe was. The more nervous
Yes, I'm
and
going to be
angry he
getting
was
to that.
becoming.
But I haven't had a chance because people are asking about things. So, as you get closer and closer to the forest, Shikon, you're able to see familiar old sites where, just peeking through the forest, where your family would occasionally, your tribe would occasionally camp to get access to the occasional traveller that passed by.
Hmm.
The morning has been quite cold, unusually so considering the warmth that has been relatively normal this far north. As clouds begin to roll in and the telltale rumble begins to sound, You all prepare for a very wet walk. It seems Mayhem had floated into a cold front, and those of you native to the land knew the rain wasn't likely to stop for some time. Though perhaps the abrupt change to weather was to their advantage. The rain provided a rather dense cover, bathing the world in dim light even during the day. As you got nearer to your destination, a voice would echo out in your minds. Well, one might. Though I'm sure Rura will gladly sending with the party. Will gladly share the sending with the party. Rura, I can sense you are getting close. Pray follow my directions closely, for there are entrapments you are nearing. There is a brief pause, and then, in 500 steps, stop and speak the word pink elephant. A transparent hound will then appear and escort you the rest of the distance. Do you tell the party? Do you follow the directions?
Pink what?
Elephant.
Pink elephant.
You cut off for a second there with stupid internet, and I'll hear them.
You cut out.
But yes,
Oh, we lost someone.
Oh, I lost River. Internet.
I'm sure she'll be
You
back in a
internet.
second. There we go.
Marco.
Marco.
Follow.
Okay,
Okay, now you can.
so we ready to continue then?
Yeah.
I think so. If it doesn't cut me off again, immediately stopping the familiar voice of her savior, and then she yells, "Stop!" Just loudly with her hands up in the air.
She can just stop.
Thank you.
Here's aware that
she-
his tribe does also put down some traps around.
Yeah, she immediately walks to the front of the group and she goes, "I just got a message from my savior. There are traps around the area. We have to be careful."
Oh,
It's pretty normal for a tribe to lay down traps. It's to protect ourselves from attacking strangers.
I suppose your tribe expects the threats to come from inland, not offland.
Yeah, I guess so.
Rura immediately does as she was instructed, taking the steps, and then she stops for a second, and then she just says without even hesitating, "Pink elephant."
Once the word is
Excuse me?
uttered, the creature appears, a spectral, dog-like hound, and it rises from its sitting position and begins to lead you through the forest. You will follow, yes?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. Val and
Also,
just being our eyes in the sky.
All right.
also before I forget, out of nowhere, Shigon's little familia is on top of his head.
Okay. So, it leads you through the forest. It passes in an odd path that seems to curve and weave, taking probably the most difficult route possible. But, once you broke through and into the clearing, rather suddenly, the camp was before you, and you're right at the bottom.
Shigon immediately was trembling.
Give me a second, I'm not done.
Sorry.
You soon arrive. Okay, and... No wait, that's the... Sorry, I lost my place. Familiar faces welcomed you. Some new ones. And some new ones. A tabaxi. Staring at Grisura and Seer with a look of shock and nervousness. A tiefling with revealing clothing. Smiling at Grisura.
yeah.
A second tiefling, wearing a white outfit, who was too busy looking through binoculars to notice their approach. A merman.
The name.
A merman with long black hair and white spots, as if fresh snow had fallen on it. Wait, that's the wrong one. Give me a second. It's Fenwin. There we go. A second merman, covered head to toe in potions and bottles, currently leaning over a table. Of course, before anyone can react, bursting out of a haystack-sized pile of papers hidden in the larger tent was Elnath. He jogged over to the group, wearing different clothes than normal. He smiled, his eyes on Rura. Rura, look at my cool outfit. See, I can be with the times. He proclaimed loudly. I was like a little kid showing off. Of course, this drew the attention of the red-skinned tiefling, who removed her binoculars and glanced towards the group curiously. Her eyes shifted and stopped on one human in particular, a human with a pat mark on his shoulder.
Uh-oh.
For the sake of simplicity, we're all going to go one by one down the general chat list, simply because there's a lot to go through, okay?
Hang on, the screen for me is completely black.
Scroll down, bottom left.
I am there, it's still completely black.
You have two icons. Why do you have two icons? Let me see about that. You should have sight.
I have nothing.
Sight. Okay, so for some reason your icon wasn't set up. Let me fix that up for you. Shikon.
Thank
HP. Okay, you should have sight now.
Finally.
Alright. So, starting with Allah.
Lara looks to the man and she slowly walks over, inching closer and closer. She just stares at him for a long time and all. She was too afraid to even talk to him, really. And she finally gives him a small wave after a moment. She wasn't mentally prepared for this, and she just says, "Dad."
He looks to you, and then he gives a small wave of his own, and he says, hello?
You're him. You met my mother a long time ago.
I'm sorry. I mean, you have my hair. I mean, that's Oh, this is a lot.
She Alara would say her mother's name in full. And enraged now.
He looks up to you, and then he says, Sasha, give me. I'm a whore. And then he runs over, and he sort of slowly steps over, and he gives you a hug.
Oh.
Alara hits him in the head with a stick.
Ow.
You're an idiot. How did you not know?
Look, let's not get into the specifics of how a merman and a centaur...
She raised her stick higher this time.
Let's just say I didn't know it was possible.
Make this look like it, dog.
She just gives this annoyed look and just turns her back away from him.
Well, I've known my daughter for as much as 5 minutes and she already hates me. That's pretty much for the bar. Alright. Next up, Alex.
Yeah, Alex, at seeing the tiefling, everyone around him immediately notices he looks like he's on the brink of tears. And he just slowly, walks over to her and just stops about 5 feet away from her. And he's like, Em?
She looks him over and places a hand on her side as she sighs and says, You know, it really sucks. Your patron is a dragon, and I'm stuck with that fucking unicorn.
Any and all, tears that were in his eyes, Alex just grins and he just laughs. Oh God. And he just walks closer and just rests a hand on her shoulder and pulls her into a hug.
Ah, that's better. Let's just... And she gives him a squeeze, and I need you to make a strength saving throw.
Alright, here we go.
You pass. She's not very strong, so
Neither is Alex.
So she squeezes you tight and then says, God, it is good to see you.
It's good to see you. I mean, good God, I never heard from you in over a year. What happened?
Oh shit, I'm sorry. You see, paper kind of doesn't work underwater, so I couldn't really get access to a sending scroll.
Wait, hold, back up. Underwater?
I told you I was going to Seaville.
You actually went?
Oh yeah.
Holy shit!
I know, right?
God, I got so many questions. What was it like?
Oh my God. See, you know the reason why no one has been able to find Seaville? See, you know those old stories about this place called the Underdark? And how it's really, 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 really deep down? So, Seaville is built into the island of Mayhem.
Really?
Yeah, like right down near where the thing that keeps Mayhem from, sinking. It's an amazing magical contraption. You're gonna have to see it. Yeah, there's a whole city built into the land.
Just Alex, there's so much rushing through his head at this point, and then he gives a tender smile to her, and he just says, "So glad you're okay."
I'm so glad you finally got the courage to come out. Adventuring, it's amazing, isn't it?
A lot more lucrative than selling maps.
Oh yeah. A lot more lucrative than having a freaking unicorn for a patron.
You never let that go in the 20 plus years I've known you.
Well, of course. I wouldn't be emperor if I let it go now, did I?
And he's still hugging her throughout this entire conversation, and he just says, "I've got so much to tell you, and just feels like we got so little time as well."
Well, we'll see about that. And we're going to move on to the next person, Rizura.
Grisura looks at the other tiefling, and her eyes widen. She approaches, and the tiefling smiles at her, saying, Well, it's been a long time, little sis. Not caring if anyone else is looking, Grisura gives the tiefling a hug. Nikria! I never thought I'd see you here. I mean, I wrote you the letter, but... Nikria chuckles. Well, your
Yeah.
friend had to go through some back channels in order to find me. Oh, he did complain that his search for me took a lot of time and a lot of dragon cookies, was it? He seems to be very fixated on them. Grisura is just laughing. Yeah. So, you heard what's going on? Do you want to take over from here, DM, or should I keep acting as the Kriya?
I mean, it's up to you. Do you have, what do you want to ask her?
Do you know what we're doing here?
Well. So, she will basically sigh and say, look, it's best you hear it from the horse's mouth.
I don't see a horse.
I think
Oh yes, you're right. I'm sorry, I get that Elnath fellow and a horse confused.
But still, it is good to see you. Seer's here too.
Oh yes, I could hear him from a mile away.
Yeah, he's pretty loud.
Alright, so, anything you want to ask before we move on? Before we move on.
Just one. Have you heard any word from Uncle Alzu?
I have Azul. Is, that the gnome?
Yes.
Oh, he's asleep in one of the tents.
Grisura is, like, grinning ear to ear. All they needed was Noxon and it would be a party.
Well, perhaps we can get that arranged.
Okay, you can move on.
Alright. Kagura, is there anything you would like to do?
Kagura's seeing the commotion between Alar and the merman, and he's pretty much putting two and two together. But he is pretty curious about Alex's conversation. He goes up behind him and asks, "Alex, who this?"
And he stands next to her, like, still with his hand on his shoulder, and says, "This is Empia. She's been my best friend since I was a little kid."
I'm Empire, and you're looking at the... And she gives a smirk as she looks at Alex, and she says, You remember that time we went to the prom? Yeah, Mr. Prom King?
Oh, do I ever, Mrs. Prom Queen?
Oh, you.
Oh my god.
Still one of our best jokes to date.
Yeah, we need to tell you guys the whole story. We both went to a dance together, and we hated it so much. But you know what we decided to do? We decided to basically just play up the whole lovey-dovey angle, and people bought it so much to the point where they crowned us prom king and queen.
Yeah.
Now I can see why you wanted. Honestly, I can see why you wanted to come here so badly after hearing her name.
Yes. you know, there's only so much you can do when you don't
we
have
should
a
probably-
patron that is a unicorn. You know, sparkles and magic and bullshit.
My
Swear.
spirit's a unicorn.
Pardon?
My spirit's a unicorn.
Oh, yeah! Okay, Alex, that doesn't count.
Yeah, we know it doesn't.
Good, good. Yeah, sorry, he says it doesn't count, and he's you know, he got full marks on his 100 out of 100 on his test, so you know he knows what he's talking about.
Pretty sure.
Nope.
Yeah, let's keep this let's keep this gravy train moving. All right.
All right.
So yeah, I'm sorry I'm sorry I didn't give you guys much information. It's just I wasn't entirely sure if it really was her, because I just
You were worried.
someone.
We were worried.
Okay.
We were worried, man. And the way you reacted, you looked like you thought you looked like someone had died.
Well, if I'm honest, I kind of thought it was one of the things I thought happened.
Oh, I did die for a bit, but I'm fine now.
What the hell?
I died, but I got better.
Unicorns are
Yes, you
lame.
died to get better.
Well, I mean, you know what? I mean, I'd be shocked at that, but I mean, come on, Vienna. Like you just not that long ago learned a spell that brings people back from the dead. I'm pretty sure it's just a slap on the wrist for some adventurers at this point.
Kind of. By the way, remember that Lariska woman that held us captive for a bit?
Yeah, her queen bitch.
Yeah, I see her from here.
Swear.
You can what?
We'll get
can see-
into what's over there, but in terms of things, like I've set the rule up so you can see how far away we actually are. So we're actually quite around 600 feet away from their camp.
I know, but well, I mean, it should be noted that that Bjerna is making use of Valen right now, and he's just
Yeah.
flying above.
So we'll get to Lariska in a bit. I'm just going to go deal with Rura and Shikon, and then I'll go back to Alar and so on. Is that
Yeah.
okay?
Yep.
Just
Go for
because
it.
that's relevant to things.
Okay.
Okay, Rura, you've just seen Elnath serious mode.
Rura looks a little embarrassed, especially by what he said, and the others could hear. And she just slightly shakes her head and she goes, you look very dashing, my savior.
He puts his hands on his hips and he looks very proud of that. And he says, "I thank you, Rura. It is a very serious matter, so I had to put on my serious clothes, as you are, I'm sure, aware."
She kind of puts her hands together in front of her. She goes and she smiles really awkwardly. She goes, "Yes, I know, but when you kind of say it like that, it sounds like you're not very serious."
Oh,
So,
And
this
she-
is
and then
the...
she just practically
you cut out.
Yeah.
she just frantically she goes, "Not that you don't look, ready or not. I'm not trying to say that. It's just maybe don't say it out loud."
Oh, no, it's fine, you're right. I'll just, go hang in the tent with Sasha. And, he begins to glumly walk back to the tent.
He kind of starts to feel a little insecure, and she falls out to him "I didn't mean it.
Alright, next up is
I
Shakon.
brought everybody like you asked."
So that was your savior, huh?
So,
Let them.
wait. Shikon, as you look around the camp, you see very faint traces of furs and half-buried tools, and a few of the tents that have been put up are familiar, but it's clear that whatever camp used to be here has long since been repurposed.
What? One sec? Deepened?
Pardon?
You cut it out at the last word.
Repurposed.
Chic on size weekly. He was actually trembling a little bit because it was his place after all. He was actually not saying anything at all. Except that he noticed the tabaxian.
Alright.
Yeah. And between between tabaxians and shifters, they don't get really along.
So, the tabaxi isn't actually paying much attention to you, so much as he's watching Grisura. And with the he approaches Grisura and then he says, "So, you are a Grisura, yes?"
I raise my eyebrow at the tabaxi. Yes.
So, I just want to personally apologize, yeah, in general, sorry.
Okay.
Anyway, that's all I wanted to do. You have a lovely day, and he goes back to his seat and he sits down.
What was that?
He used to work at the Coliseum.
Grisura thinks for a minute. Then she remembers a scrawny, dirty, ragged tabaxi. Sneaking food to the slaves meant for the pit. Wait, is he?
Yeah, that's he used to work for them, and turns out when we staged our little escape, he used that to rob the place blind and made an actual living up for himself. He's actually been helping to hide me and I'm sorry, I've forgotten your gnome's name.
Alzu and Seer?
Yeah, Alzu and Sia away.
Really?
Yeah. So, pausing you there.
Yeah, I got nothing to say.
Okay. So, Elnath sits back down in his little seat of papers, and the potion maker named Sasha glances over to him, and Elnath looks to her and then says, "Shut up." Sasha shrugs and begins to head over to Vienna, and he looks to her and he says, "Oops, that's the wrong button." No, he doesn't say that. And he says, "Hey." He said, "Hey, Vienna? Vienna?
Yes. Yes.
This man just walked up to you and said, 'Hey.'"
Hey.
You enjoying my hammer?
The what?
My hammer.
Vierna's like only half listening right now because she's like focusing a lot of her attention through Valen.
Alright, get busy. I'll, talk to you later then.
Yeah.
Get. And he heads back to the table.
Sogward.
Wow.
Alright. So, moving back to, Fiona, you may now talk about what you saw.
Well, the risk is there, along with along with a few other people. Don't think I recognize at least one dwarf and elf of some kind, and a drow.
And Alex, he looks over to Imperial and he says, "So, what exactly is going on around here?"
Okay, so, for some reason, and, we don't know all the details, Cleaver called all of his lackeys here, and he's had the, shifters digging in this area.
Oh, that's a good sign.
He's trying to excavate something.
We don't know anything more, but, that seems to be the theory.
Whatever he's looking for can't be good.
So,
Yeah.
shall I introduce you to my friends?
Flyovers.
Sure, yeah.
Okay.
Sure, yeah.
So, this here is Fenquin. He's a Triton. And, we caught him. He's actually how we found Seville. You see, he was trying to steal something that got stolen from them from a boat. And we caught him and stopped him, me and Twig over there, and she points to the tabaxi. And he agreed to lead us to Seville, and that's where we met Sasha. And she points to the man covered in potions. She walks over to him and then she leans over and whispers, "Don't tell anyone, but he's a god."
I beg your pardon?
Yeah.
What god?
Oh, isn't it obvious? His name is Sasha.
Oh, I get it.
But shh,
I
don't
get
tell
it.
anyone. And, both Fiona and Alar, and, probably Kagura, yeah. You all can hear her. She's not very soft, even though she's trying to whisper.
He's like, wait, and then he's like, you mean, and then he points to Vierna and looks at her.
That's a drow.
And he's like, right, you
Wait. No, Vierna. Vierna, like, her ears perk up a bit, like, she's still focusing on that. She'll see, she's like, Wait, what?
Yeah, I mean, okay. Apparently, like, and then he's like, and then he just, like, gestures Vierna to go, and it's like, I guess you two would have a lot to talk about, so go on.
I guess that.
Yes.
I guess that explains what that hammer comment was about.
Yeah, I mean, I just thought he was the maker and he dumped it somewhere, but no, it's just, holy
I
shit.
mean, it's not incorrect.
Oh, don't worry, Alex. Don't worry. He doesn't use much of his godly power. We told him that was cheating. He only saves us if it gets really bad. But he's relying on potions, so he stays at our level. So it's not cheating. Don't worry.
Him cheating wasn't exactly something I was worried about.
Oh, okay.
Anyway.
So,
But,
Vierna walks up to him and says, "Oh God, that was really rude of me, wasn't it?"
That's fine. He just looks to you and gives a shrug.
You know you're allowed to cheat, right? Like, they can't actually do anything to you if you cheat.
I know. You enjoy my hammer?
It's come in handy, although I've kind of just been pointing at stuff so far while blasting it with spells.
That's fair.
You know, I tried to talk. I tried to head down to like about a week ago while we were in Prot. Actually, I tried to head down to the bay onto the docks to talk to you. You weren't there. I guess you kind of just assumed you hated Prot as much as I do.
Sorry. I was here. I can't hear I can't hear things as easily when I'm not in the water. That's why I made it rain.
So, I didn't know you went around in mortal form like this. I mean, admittedly, I didn't really pay very much attention during my lessons, but
It's cool. I'm the only one that does. The other gods, they rage quit.
This guy is like the most chill god in existence.
So,
why do you think Fiona respects him? Like she's talked to him plenty of times before. She's not at all surprised by his personality.
Oh my lord.
Didn't he splash water in your face once?
And yeah, he's a god. He can do wit. He's splashing water in our faces right now. Who do you think is making it rain?
And then you hear Ampere speak up and say, Sasha, that's cheating! He looks over and he says, there.
But he doesn't stop doing it, right?
No.
Hey,
He doesn't.
we're harder to spot under this. I'd say this is a literal blessing.
Fine. But it's still cheating. And Ampere folds her arms and just gives a huff.
Yeah.
Hey, it's not. Hey, it's not cheating if you're the one benefiting from it.
She's always been like this. She hates it when I think around rules.
That's still cheating.
If I'm honest, I think she only gets huffy because she's upset she's not the one to think of it first.
I'm sorry, Alex. What did you say? She doesn't like it when in.
Sorry, cutouts and everything. Alex just like holds her close and says, "Don't mind her. She always gets this huffy when someone finds a way to think around the rules when she." I think she just doesn't like it when she isn't the one who comes up with it first.
I see.
But anyway, yeah, Impia.
Yeah?
Like I said, I've got a lot to tell you. When we've got some downtime, do you mind just coming with me and we can just talk things over?
Oh, sure, just give me a second. Sasha? Yeah? I'm gonna go with their party for a bit. Okay. Alright, I'm free.
Okay, I guess first up let's find a tent and then I'll just go down the list.
Alright, so we're gonna pause you and go to Alar. Alar, Benquin is currently looking at you and he says, so, I'm sure you have some questions. I certainly have some of my own.
well, let's start down the list. How'd you meet her?
Well, she gotta save my life,
Fish out of water?
pretty much. I was actually, polymorphed at the time, and, so I polymorphed again to, a centaur so we could, hang out.
She only squints her eyes further at this. Nitpicking him now. Well, and then she softens up and says, well, glad she found someone at least.
Well, if I'd known you were coming, I would have, stuck around. But when I heard she was dead, I didn't think there was any reason for me to come back.
Not for Eris?
Eris isn't my daughter. She was, I'm not your mother's first.
Alar only like just shakes her head and just dies.
But I can't make up for what time, Mike. I can't make up for what time I've missed, but you know, this might be a bit presumptuous of me, but I always kind of wanted a daughter. If that helps things, I don't know. That probably makes it weird.
How? Yeah, that's pretty weird. Not gonna lie.
I'm just gonna go. I'll talk to you later.
Yeah. I'll talk to you later.
You have her eyes. And he very awkwardly walks over to Butler, and then Butler steps aside, and he enters a door there. And then Butler steps back in front.
Oh.
You all know that door. It's the mansion.
He's a weirdo too.
Pardon?
Nothing. Alar's just like complaining to herself.
So back to Fiona and Sasha. Yeah.
So,
So.
the last few weeks have been weird.
Yeah. I mean, I was turned into a fish.
Isn't that normal for you?
Yes. That's why it was weird.
And yeah, just awkward silence between the two right now.
So he looks to Vienna for a bit longer and then he says, "Kind of awkward meeting your idol, huh?"
I mean, God, yes. As idol. I suppose, yeah. Like she just like leans back against these sandbags.
He leans against the table behind him and he says, "Oh, I wasn't referring to me. I meant you."
And yeah, well, I mean, it's not exactly our first meeting.
True. But yeah, this is awkward. I'm gonna go back to work.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah. And then he just turns and leans back over the table and he begins to get back to work.
Yeah, and Vierna go. Wait, I don't need to sit here and get rained on. I'm gonna do this inside the tent. Vierna goes back inside the tent and then continues scouting through Valen.
Okay. So, Kagra, you approached Elnath?
Yeah, he goes up to Elnath and asks, Did you know that these people were connected to others in our group?
Well, yes. He sits up, causing the entire haystack-sized pile of papers to fall all over the ground in there, and Sajalas just glances over and begins to pick them up and put them back into a pile.
Did Elnath give Kagura an answer? Or...
He said, "Well, yes."
how would you have known that? How did you even find these people?
When you're in my business, information is something that money can't always buy. And I've always strived to know what I can about, well, people I consider my friends.
Well, if what I heard was correct, that you also some of that information you wind up getting can still be wrong.
Oh?
I heard on good authority that my father had in fact not placed an imposter or in the castle or implicated my friends ends in kidnapping me.
Ah, I see. So you spoke to Julia's sin then?
You got it out.
Ah, I
Yeah, you
see.
did.
So you spoke to your grandmother then?
If you then you knew that she was going what she was going to tell she was going to tell me the truth about that.
Well, yes.
And knowing that, you still lied to me?
Well, yes.
Why?
Because I do not like her.
What? That shouldn't matter. Or you or I'd think somebody that has that has grown to earn Ruer's trust over the course of how long was it been? A decades would know better than to lie about someone simply because they don't like them.
You would think that, yes, but, well, no, I did in fact lie.
Rura kind of glances to Kagura with a slight frown on her face, but remains quiet.
You do realize I could how close I was to lobbing her head off in a blind rage because of what you said to me?
Yes, yeah, I was still watching, and, Ruro just, and he glances to Maid, and then Maid looks to him and just says, just tell her. And on that, sighs and he says, well, Rura, yes, I did lie, I'm sorry.
Rura kind of just looks to him a little surprised, but then she just smiles and she goes, "That's okay."
He places a hand on her head and just ruffles her feathers, and he looks to Kagura and he says, I do apologize for the lie, but
I'll forgive it, but only because I didn't end up hurting the wrong person, and the situation isn't as severe as you brought me to think it was.
yes, well,
If anything, I found the truth, as my grandmother showed us, to be quite entertaining.
well, that's, wait, that's the wrong voice, sorry. Well, I'm glad to hear that things went well. If you'll excuse me, I must return to my... And he turns and then dives into the pile of papers. Sasha looks to this and he lets out this soft...
Kagura looks over to Sasha and asks, "What is he even doing in there?"
I don't know.
Rura just kind of looks a little worried in there. She goes, "My savior, please be careful in there."
His
Paper
head
cuts are
slowly
very
begins to poke out of the papers, and his eyes narrow as he looks to Rura, and he goes, "Boo."
Seeing as how we've gotten all that business business straightened out, I think I'll leave you to be a little kid in his paper fort.
Thank you.
That wasn't a compliment.
I know. So, is there anything else anyone wants to do?
Actually, two things right quick.
Okay.
As Alex is pretty much taking Empia to one of the unoccupied tents here, as they pass by the main tent here, he says, he says to her, "Hold on for a minute," and he moves over to Rura, and he says, "Rura, just a quick moment."
Rura's still kind of like looking to the head of her savior poking out of the paper, and she looks to Alex like, yes?
Just hold on for a minute. And he reaches into his bag and he pulls out the spell component pouch, and he says, I got this for you."
Rura kind of looks legit like shocked at him as she getting something, and she goes, "What's this for?"
"Oh, it's to keep all the materials you need for spells in it."
Elnath mumbles something, and Fiona is able to catch the words, "Update my shipboard."
No.
What? Wait, say that again.
Okay, Yarna is going to deflect his attention from that by saying, "So tell me, Elnath, do you have anything? You said you don't like my mother. Or do you have anything personal against her, or is it just the usual reasons?"
He rises out of the papers and then sits on them and folds his arm, and then he says, "She does not like chocolate."
The monster.
I know that. I'm a touch shocked that you know her well enough to know that.
Or flowers.
You guys.
Wait.
You guys hear it as soon as you hear Elnath say that you hear the audible sound of someone's palm hitting their face from the side of the tent that Kagura went behind.
You are a brave man, Elnath.
But yeah, just continuing on with this.
Oh wow.
He says, Alex says, "I decided to get it for you because, well, I know you might know a spell or two, so I thought it might be useful. And it's sort of an apology for me yelling at you."
She looks still surprised still, and then she glances to the pouch a little unsure, and she goes, "I mean, I don't know too many spells. I mean, you're technically the spellcaster here. I mean, this might just be wasted on me. I mean, not that I don't want to like accept the gift or anything like that. It's just this is a surprise."
Rura, just take it.
She just looks unsure for just a split second, and she goes, "Okay," and then she just reaches out and takes it.
Make good use of it, all right?
She looks to it and looks back up to Alex, and then she slowly relaxes, and she goes she says with a small little thankful smile, "Oh, thank you. No one's really given me a gift before besides my savior."
Well, like I said, just think of it as an apology gift, all right?
I mean, there's nothing to forgive, but okay.
Now, with that in mind, he continues on his way with Empia towards the tents.
Rura, you can, if you need to go, you can go, by the way.
Okay, yeah, I do need to go. I'm falling asleep and I gotta work.
I know.
So,
So we'll just take falls asleep in one of the tents.
yeah.
Sleep well, Rura.
Yeah, next time I want to introduce my new friend, Judah, to my savior, but that's gonna take some time, so I'll do it next time.
Okay.
Okay.
Take
See ya.
care.
Bye.
Yeah, sorry, back on next time. Night.
Okay,
Sleep.
good night.
Night,
Alright,
sleep well.
and let me do
But yeah,
that
as
and
he,
that.
As he continues on with Empire, he also comes alongside Wolf, and he taps him on the shoulder, and he produces the cold bang greatsword to him, and he's like, "You want to take this? I've been lugging this thing around since we left Prosh."
A great sword, but I'm pretty much used to wield a axe.
Yeah, well, this thing's gonna be a bit more reliable, if you ask me.
If you
It's a
say so.
magic item, basically called a frostbrand. And let me just get you the stats so you can add it. Scroll up here. Here you go. And that's the item right there. Okay?
But yeah, basically,
Thank you.
Alex is giving him a means to inflict cold damage, which is especially helpful considering his own curse gives vulnerability to cold damage.
Well, let's say it does more than just inflict cold damage.
Yeah, that
Yeah, I
does
know,
a
but
couple of
still,
other things, but yeah.
it's still very good. And besides, Alex can't really make use of it anyway.
Yet.
Okay.
Well, thanks, I guess.
Yeah, no problem. And as he takes, he's like, I don't even understand how people like you can lift those things.
Push-up, sit-ups, and plenty of juice.
Yeah, we all heard it. And then he continues on with it. Imperial. It's like, and as he gets to 10, it's like, all right, right in here. We got a lot to discuss.
So I'm going to do that with you privately. Okay? We'll host a private session to go over that, just so, because we are close to time, and we shouldn't go too much over, if you know what I mean.
Yep.
So, is there anything else anyone wants to do before we wrap up?
One more thing.
Okay.
He noticed a familiar. Shika noticed a familiar face, and he actually approaches him. Wait, what are you doing here?
Poking.
Okay, but were you called by Erna for?
Yeah, I'm working on the mines. And he points to the hole that Twig is in front of. I'm digging down there.
Why is the Tabaxian here in this place?
He came with the pink tiefling.
I see. Well, yeah. I guess I'm still around.
Okay,
That's all.
see ya. Alright, anything else?
Valen will have done several flyover of the bad guys' camp by now. What does he see? And he's keeping high enough to be like camouflaged in the clouds.
Does he have dark vision?
I don't think so. I'm gonna have to see about doing something about that at some point.
So he sees what you can see, because everything else is dark.
That's kind of annoying.
But you'll be able to take a rest and recast Find Familiar to change his shape, won't you?
Oh, you're right. I can do that. What?
An owl has dark vision.
Okay, then an owl. In that case.
Okay, I'll give it, I think it's like 120 should do it, and then I'll set that to 60.
Yeah.
No, it needs to be a little bigger. Okay, let's see.
Yeah.
240, and then 60. Okay, there you go.
Yeah. Okay. Right. And bearing in mind, bearing in mind that that Val's going to be like flying way and as high as he can while still seeing everything, so he'll kind of be like camouflaged up against the clouds.
All right. So,
Heck,
go on.
No, so Vierna back in the saying out loud, they hewed out a fence.
Now you can't see the two inside. They're just there, so I know where they are.
Yeah, I get that. There's kind of a cabin, or maybe what's left of a ship there. Okay, so the two inside, would that be these two?
The two that have their icons sideways.
Okay, so they're the ones in the windows. Got it. Okay,
Yeah.
so 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, I can make out 7 different people.
All right. Is that all you wanted to do?
Make that 9. Don't see Cleaver. Wait. Do I recognize this one?
Let me check real quick because of things. You do.
Like, Val starts flying back. I can Vierna, and you can. Oh, I don't think you should still have stacked rock up there.
Shush! I do what I want.
Right, but Valen starts like beelining back as fast as stealth will allow, and Vierna's eyes snap open and say, "Of fucking Heron, fucking Heron."
Who?
You know how I used to be a pirate?
Yes.
He was my old captain until he wanted to go into the slave trade.
And he's in bed with Cleaver.
Yep.
Why am I not surprised?
I guess it's been. This may have just gotten harder.
Well, Aunt Vierna, ready for a reunion with your ex?
Yep.
So, is there anything else anyone wants to do before we wrap up?
I'm good.
Is Neku still here?
Yeah.
Okay.
Neku?
After speaking with Elnath, Kagura approaches Alar, and he stands beside her. Lar, if you look at Kagura's face, you'll notice a nice red handprint about the size of his own hand on his face. And he goes, so, oh, that was your old man, huh?
As far as I can tell, anyway, yeah.
Not quite what you had in mind, was he?
Suppose never are they?
Well, it was somebody you'd only heard of up until now, so.
She gives a soft sigh and shrugs at that. As much as we can visualize our idols, they're never what they really are.
Well, there's a reason. Well, there's a reason they say never meet your heroes.
Yeah.
You two will get. I'm sure you two will get a chance to talk things over once things have calmed down. Maybe he can come up. come with us to meet your sister.
He didn't care about Eris.
I as much as I could figure, he's still your father, and you still want to go see your sister again, don't you?
Yeah, she asked for me. I have
Just
to go
because-
there eventually.
Just because someone didn't turn out the way you thought they would, doesn't mean that you can't still, get to know them.
Are you saying I was in the wrong?
I'm just saying. Whatever it is you wanted between you and your father, you can still have it.
Alar takes a long silence at that. And then finally she spoke. Maybe when this is over, I'll give it a try.
That's all I can ask.
You're quite keen on me, Kagura. Better. Oh man. I'm gonna stop there.
What?
Alar just shakes her head and laughs at that. Nothing. Don't worry about it.
Fiona is able to see Elnath peeking out from behind the tent and glancing towards this with a brief, amused smile before he shuffles back into his papers.
Kagura is just. I guess Alar's kind of stepping away at this point.
A little bit. She's moving away.
Then Kagura is standing there with a confused look on his face as he says, "Is there a problem with me looking out for a friend?"
There's a problem with your expression that matches the handprint on your face, she said in a teasing tone.
That was Elnath's fault, not mine.
And she just laughs and moves on.
The papers chuckle. It's all going according to his plans. Yes. No. No, that's just being silly. So, anything else?
Just one other question. When Valentine was flying, was doing the flyover, or did he see any of and did he see any support crew, like any underlings, or was it just like his Cleaver's main lieutenants?
Just the lieutenants.
Weird. I relay as much to Elnath. I just tell him everything I saw.
He pokes his head out of the pile of papers and he says, "Yes, that matches with what I saw with scrying, yes."
Yeah, but he didn't have any of his crew lieutenants. What the hell?
Yes, Sasha may have accidentally killed them all during the little, what's the word? Little,
Maelstrom?
No, it's like gift, but it's, more prayer. The gift he did for Vienna. The words...
Yeah. Vienna fist bumps Sasha.
He meets it and, he shrugs and says, "Well, I did what I could."
Now, if only you were able to. Now, if only you could have finished the job.
I plan to.
He's a god.
Give it some West.
We gotta we gotta. Elnath actually interrupts him. I have a plan, and we will go over it in the morning. So just hold out until then. You must be very tired from your trip.
Yes.
So, is there anything else anyone wants to do?
No.
I'm good.
Okay. Alex. Partway through your conversation with Ampere, and I'll put her in there, Elnath actually approaches the tent and looks to you and he says, Mr. Alex, could I please speak to you in private?
Oh, yeah, sure. And he says, sorry, Ampere, I'll be back in a minute, alright?
He leads you away to where crates and boxes are, where you'd be relatively out of sight. And he looks to you and he coughs a bit, he glances left, he glances right, and then he whispers to you, Alex, do you remember how I shared my beauty secrets about hair? Would you like to know another secret? How my skin stays this smooth and dirt-free?
Oh, well, honestly, I think that might actually be rather helpful. I mean, because the use of prestidigitation actually has been helpful, really helpful.
Alright, so he cups his hand, and he looks like he's whispering to you, but in fact he's actually sending you a telepathic message. So it looks like he's whispering to you, but there's no sound, so no one else can hear it. And I'm going to send it to you in a private message.
Okay, then. Just give me a moment.
Don't read it aloud.
Alex's eyes go wide at hearing this, and he just, backs away like maybe a step or two and just looking over Elnath.
I know, can you believe it? It's amazing how effective steel is. Drag it just the right way across the skin, and not only are you dirt-free, your skin is baby smooth.
And he takes a moment and he clears his throat, and he says, when you put it like that, it seems almost simple.
Oh yes, most little tricks like that are simple.
Thanks for letting me know.
Yes, he pats you on the shoulder and he says, we'll talk more once, we'll talk more a little later on, I do have other beauty tips like, how to stop your feet from swelling.
Well, I'll be looking forward to them.
And he gives a
thanks.
wave, and he then turns and runs and jumps straight into the pile of papers again.
And he is met by a little shifter pop.
Val was inching toward. It was just like Yano's just having Valen inch forward just to peek into his papers, and like the moment he sees Elnath coming, he just like flies away.
Elnath pokes his head out and boops the pup with his own nose.
The pup boops him back with its own nose.
And that's where we're going to end it.
I must read what is in his papers.
Thank you all for coming. We'll see you next week when we begin the battle. Or perhaps not. We shall see what Elnath's plan is then. Take care. Bye-bye.
Good night.
Bye.
Sister, who's calling? darkest feeling deepest. Noble left to see the world. Map to find the key once lost. To save the many strength. Orphan lost, soul found. Nature sister who's calling. Fire, death, fighting freedom. Create, fail, repeat, succeed. Family darkest fear.